Spectre Studios, playing for the spirit of the game. Welcome, I am Benito, going right down the list of our players here.
Carl. John.
Alright, we are here to basically go through our first scenario session of our long-awaited Wolsung game. Several of us, I know me and John are two players, actually even Carl did, but the three of us really backed the Kickstarter. So we have been sitting on these models for a while now. Yeah, they almost fossilized on us. It was been that long, it seems like. But we finally got decided that it's going to happen. We're going to put it together. We got all the models together. So we collaborated, and John showed up with some terrain, well, I showing up some terrain, and now I'm kicking myself wondering why the hell we haven't started this game earlier, because it looks gorgeous. I'm going to show you the campaign of that. But we're going to do this dark assassination scenario with 4 players. We have 2 Van Reir guys, and the cool thing is, John, like I said, backed a lot of it from those major factions. He is able, we have different heroes from, so we don't have any copies of that. Although Carl is really the Astronaut player of us.
But those aren't ready today.
Right. So this is the kind of motivator to get him painted. Like I said, we've had this for a while, so it's like, what the hell? What the hell? Let's get him ready to go. Yeah, we've had other games. We're forgiven. Matt is into this. He's played as well. He's really eyeing the Lotus.
One game.
That's pretty much
one game.
Okay. But he's eyeing the Lotus Triad group that I have like that. I'm butchering these names like that. I am the Syclla because Halfling Mobsters sold me at Halfling Mobsters, and I've been on that since. So I've got quite a bit of them to give me some options, and gloriously loving the fact that I have Ninja Cats from that. So, but me summoning Ninja Cats versus him summoning zombies with rifles and other ones, and you summoning Necro Golems.
And I summon this.
Blow your nose.
Yeah. So you gotta hope for some Big Trouble Little China stuff out of the Lotus group, because I don't know exactly how that works out. We're gonna try some experimental filming on how we can work this out. I feel like we should recap it because there are a lot of turns to stealing initiative and things, so we'll try to break it down, but there's going to be a lot of chaos kind of going on with 4 players. So if we finish a round, I think it would be better to do a little bit of a recapping because it's going to be very chaotic with dice and cards and all that stuff, and I don't want to make this a 3-hour lengthy video but I think if you guys have got a good idea of what we have here, you'll get an understanding and appreciation for this game, and definitely get a lot of models. And we're going to try to also take that opportunity to take a lot of picks. So maybe I can implement that in the video. Kind of do, like I said, try to do something a little different, experimental, because the rules of this are really, really different. But it really supports multiplayer, and that's why we wanted to really get involved with this, was the fact that it really does well with 4 players, not just a 2-player like a lot of other systems out there. So that's the value to that. So you guys ready to do this?
Let's do it.
The object is basically every model is worth a victory point. We put a point value to them secretly, and as you kill them, we'll get those points, and I'll go over them at the end of the turn. So you gotta hunt. So it's not gonna be hiding any corners and doing anything like that. You're gonna go out and hunt other people, and the Van Reir or Necro guys, so they're gonna hunt each other. It doesn't really matter with that. So we'll see what happens. All right.
Spare parts.
Oh yeah.
All right.
We need more spare parts.
Okay, we are here at our local hobby shop that is here in Maine. In Scarborough, it's the Complex. I'm trying to remember exactly where I am. Forgive me with that. It's been a long week. All right, so we have our 4 players set up. Again, most of this stuff is Micro Art Studio. We have this beautiful cathedral that John has added from Pegasus Hobbies, yeah. Pegasus Hobbies. So if you're looking at something like that, and he brought it out painted, and I was like, wow, we're using that. And we're using it because Felicia's way up there. And I'll kind of explain why she may be up there a little bit more with that. So what do we got? What do we got here going on here? Who's here?
Sir Jonathan Wormwood and Elizabeth Seuss.
Okay.
And his little companion Ursula.
Ursula, I can say there's a little girl here that
just follows follows him around. She's cute.
Okay, we got some
Don't worry
more-
about her.
We got some other models. This
Yeah,
is
we got some proxies in here because I didn't bag for everything, but so I didn't realize Elizabeth was all about the Necro Golem, so I'm using my crits for stand-in for Necro Golem, so that's my Necro Golem generator there.
Okay.
And then
Definitely looks crazy enough, and then we got a crazy thing here.
It's got this little Howling Bonejack is gonna be my ice field generator.
All right. I'm near my pizzeria, which I am very happy of.
That's a good pizzeria.
Pizzeria backing. So we're gonna come through the back door. There's apparently important delivery. And the bad delivery seems to be the generator. I have to kind of walk or deal through part of that going on. We actually have one of the rifle boosts, Tsunami boost
That
here,
is the rifle.
and the blue one is over
There,
here.
that is the regular zombie booth.
Okay, and then our guys.
Regan is right there.
Jurgen's here. Where did
Adela is over by the blue one, right over there.
All right. Yep. Okay. Here she is.
Yep.
So
She's gonna be up to something.
apparently anyone who's like doing anything with the bank. So we have our big, nice, cool bank added to this. Not part of our scenario right now. As you can see, a lot of the thing about Wolsung is definitely the height is a big deal. So all these walkways and stuff like that are going to play a major factor in this stuff. And then we have the Triad with Zen, Phoenix, a Trader, and a Shadow model that is also kicking around here as well. So I guess we don't have the Fisherman, which is usually one of the favorites here to be walking around with that. But as you can see, quite a bit of terrain. Our mission here is to kill opposing models. They have victory conditions added to them, and we will figure out as they go who is what and what value to whoever, and then try to figure out exactly who comes out. Victor's here in this four-way. And it should be my guy, Benito, because he's on my namesake, so I enjoy that.
Yeah, but he's got the red jacket, man.
Because I made him paint him red because he's gonna kill everybody because he didn't want to have like all the stuff. White suits get bloody and he has to do it anyways.
Are you sure that's not a red shirt, Carl?
Oh, red shirt. No, he kills enough. He was tired of getting blood, having to wash out blood. No more white. He's decided to go red because he's gonna kill all of them.
Red shirt.
Red Dead Redemption on the zombie world.
Can you make people into zombies?
Wow, that's kind of one of those. All right, so we have concluded the first turn here, and I will try to go over as much as basically possible from what's going on. Yeah, things happen. So Felicia was the start of this whole thing. I was able to generate a lot of cats. It seemed like a big threat for going on, but then kind of realized they're one-action models. It's one action to kind of climb down. That's pretty much it. So really,
Basically, she's just a crazy cat lady.
She's the crazy cat lady that lives in the big
tower.
The big tower. That's what Felicia just turned into. So there you go for that, people, folks. Maybe one or two will get down at some point, but not a whole lot to worry too much about. So as you can see, they've kind of ignored everything else going here. We've defended the turf pretty well here. Our ogre thrower smashed this little ice dinner thing. He took a couple wounds for it because he got cold. Because he didn't realize he had to bring a jacket apparently, so it's about a big deal. He had a little help from our cousin. He got in there and shoot that. So that was pretty much that. Benito's kind of tough because I had already activated everybody. I just made it a stupid chance for these minions here to kind of take a blast at me. And they're undead ogre things, golems that can't shoot. They can't hit anything. They were terrible.
Not really, no.
These guys did the same thing. They kind of shot at the ogre thrower. He was also terrible. He's kind of moved up. I was complaining to these guys that this is ridiculous why they're all coming kind of me, but they mentioned that they all wanted pizza because that's what's here. And then I couldn't argue anymore, even if they were zombies. So I guess I got everybody coming at me. So I'm gonna get bottled in by zombies for pizza, not brains.
Pizza and beer.
Jurgen came out, and it's kind of important that he's out because
She's toast.
this
Yeah, fire bad.
you talk about vulnerability. Vulnerability sucks in this game. Phoenix.
Yes, it does.
Phoenix napalmed her and used all the cards to do the whole heroic, like this area lit up like a Christmas tree. She was in it, and you shouldn't wear a dress that's flammable because that's exactly what happened to her, and she's done immediately in turn 1. So that was pretty
Because they
rough.
soaked the undead in gasoline.
Yeah. So that's that. This guy over here is
Bombing
pretty cool.
fluid's fairly flammable.
Matt's also
Yes, yes,
enjoying
it is.
this little trigger thing. He was able to put like 3 wounds on this from afar. We were marveling at the distance of that, so like pretty interesting there. So overall, we're some pretty exciting things. Matt is leading with 3 victory conditions for zapping. What's her face there? I got her name. Adela.
So memorable.
I have, yeah, well, everyone's new. I got 1 for killing an ice generator. Nobody else really got nailed, so we're pretty good with that. Although this thing is wounded, it's really not going to do anything, so it's not worth anything in our condition. It's just a big freebie stuff that John's using to distract things with, and he's quite happy doing that. All right, so we'll see exactly if Crazy Cat Lady can generate anything more, and go on our turn 2. Alright, so we had some very interesting and enlightening things come around this whole thing. It's kind of like learning the rule system, very important to kind of figure some stuff out. I guess to kind of turn this around a lot of it, I'll go right to our Crazy Cat Lady. So basically what something to kind of learn is climbing takes quite a bit of this action here, so these cats are really not going very far of anything. Just possessing the entire, she's made a lot of them, so they're really totally infecting the house. You gotta control cats when you take over an apartment place, you know what I mean?
If only this Syclla hired a fireman, they could get them down.
Well, yeah, maybe if I can, I'll use some of my mob money to try to take over the fire department.
That'd be good.
No, the problem is they'd be halfling firemen and they'd take twice as much ladder to get there.
Wow. What are those Chinese firemen I can help with this? Alright, well anyways, Felicia got nuked pretty good by
Sir Jonathan.
Sir Jonathan with a nice bell. Kind of really put the magic in it. She's down to health, so that was pretty good. So that's why she's toppled and cowering up there with the cats who were just crying for her. These guys came over and also tried to help out, but really
They kind of shot like zombies.
Yep, broadside of a temple thing. That's all they hit. They couldn't hit her. They hit barely anything else.
So that's something.
So this thing got shot from afar. We realized it was hard to kill, so it was a surprise. And then it wasn't much of a surprise as Phoenix decided to dispatch it in close combat. So, because with fight skill, fight to fight, you can take out someone in the opponent. And that's kind of where this happened, where I put this down, but it had hard to kill. But when it activated, it had to fight, and the Yoga Thrower pummeled that down and basically discarded it from there. This ogre thing is pretty cool because it was able to come out and make these guys move, and I think that zombie did do a good wound on Phoenix pretty well. He's got like 7 wounds on him or something like that.
Yep.
So he got a good shot off that.
Lucky shot.
Benito found out that he has great Tommy guns, but they're terrible range guns. So now he's up in the building yelling and cursing because he thought the whole fight was coming to him. He's still trying to do Al Pacino's thing to get people serious, and everyone's scared about the Crazy Cat Lady on the top of the double. I don't know how that works for Benito. He's pretty pissed off, so not much else I can do for him there. Jurgen is thinking about making a deposit, I think. There's not really much for him to do. And we got zombies going down the road. Slowly.
Actually,
Maybe they want Chinese. I
Actually,
don't
I
know.
just remembered he got a second move. He should have a second move.
Alright, we'll get him up a little bit closer to that. So that's kind of where we're at. This is a great thing so far. These stupid zombie things from these jerks from Van Reir are worth nothing. So even though they're dead, they change any of their objective points. So it's getting close though, because John is pushing for her to put Vendetta, which we know has points. We did do a little damage to this other creation of zombie necro thing, so we'll see how that works out. I'm sure it's not worth a whole lot at this stage, but that's where we're at. So we're still at The Lotus right here with Matt at 3 because he gacked her, and I'm at 1 because I destroyed a stupid ice generator, and the other zombies don't mean nothing. So we're in our final turn to see how things get resolved here, and will Benito ever come off the roof? We don't know. We'll see. So first off, before I kind of go over a little bit more, what do we think about Wolsung in general? John, I guess we'll kind of start with you.
I really enjoyed the game. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of wacky antics going on.
Crazy cat lady.
With the crazy cat lady on the roof, the little girl running off with the exploded cat parts. It was good times. Good.
Nice.
He's crawling out of the sewers. It's always good.
It's always good.
Matt, what did you think?
Well, besides the fact that I didn't have anything to really summon to match the summoning going on around the rest of the board, the Lotus were fun to play. I like the whole martial arts, kung fu theater aspect of them. Definitely need to find some more synergy between the models, but these are the models that were, I think, in the starter box, right?
Nice. I think me and John are going to interject a little bit about Matt's complaining about some
Yeah, a little bit.
because he just Phoenix walked around and just laid a fireball on everybody's face, like every
Fireball
single
for
time.
you, fireball for you, fireball over here.
Yeah, I'll take a fireball. If I can summon fireball, that'd be
I
pretty
can
good.
definitely see what he's complaining about.
You're still alive, Ron. What you complaining about?
So just read the rules a little bit.
I say I wasn't, but I wasn't before.
Carl, what do you think about the game?
It was fun. The Van Reir's not my army, not the army that I'm looking at putting together. So I'm not really that sure how to run them. And the idea of the pneumo tubes being spawn points for zombies is kind of the thing that I'd have to really, if I was going to be keeping with this army, I'd really need to sit down and look at how I want to place those tubes so that they are far enough out so that the zombies get somewhere to do something, and yet are not so far out that they're out of the mindless range of the heroes.
Big point there, important. But of course, again, this was all to get Carl's juices motivated for Hashinoki, so we'll get them in there. We'll get that part. And we're missing. I'll give my view. My view of this. I love this. I love the multiplayer of this aspect of this game. It had to me one of the most thrilling things. I gotta say, the initiative stealing was also so strategically time sweating. The mechanic of this is important because there are many times I want to steal initiative, but for the last turn I'll give you a notion. I didn't use my cards to steal it as though I felt like I could do a little bit more because I had to worry about John building up cards to shoot Felicia. I was really worried about my crazy cat lady, and it's important because I had to worry about the cards you get to protect. And also an important note, he noticed I threw away an ace, and he was like, well, what are you throwing away with? Well, it was black. And I needed to keep red for range protection to keep my hero alive. So there's a lot to just the simple mechanics. It's very straightforward, but it's simple enough that you have to think about what cards you're holding and what they're purposeful for, because if you use the wrong cards and you're casting away or keeping high cards for initiative, you may not be having the right cards to do the actions to perform. So it's important like that. Now, there's a lot more strategic value to a lot of that. A lot of stuff we messed up on. I know the game was really rough with our deployment. A lot of us were out of place. And as I spoke of Crazy Cat Lady in the big beautiful building, I'm glad John brought it there. It enamored me. It enamored the Crazy Cat Lady, and she spawned 1,000 cats inside of it. But it did tactically nothing for me. So. Screw that, but we learned a lot. I learned a lot. And it was also interesting. We saw in this game when you see big models. I was obviously shitting bricks for a lot of it. But then we found out they're really not worth that much. They don't do a whole lot.
Can't hit crap.
So the zombies feel like zombies. They were locked there. They can really engage. They can tie some stuff up. But you got to get around that stuff. You got to look for the heroes and do that.
Yeah, you can get a lucky shot in.
Yeah, sure. They hurt Phoenix. They did start the setup.
They put a hurting on him.
Without a wounded Phoenix from that, I wouldn't have pulled out. But it was still a victory for aspects looking into this. As I'll now turn to the table here. I was able to pull off a slim victory because I stole the kill for Phoenix.
Jerk.
From John. Yeah, he's totally mad about that. But the biggest thing was able to.
Both of you stole it from me.
Yes, because he ran away. and brought it to us.
I think technically you all stole it.
This
from me.
little mess gave me the last 2 points. That was the difference from him killing Matt killing Abdullah from the Van Reir, because he had 3. I ended up with 4 because I ended up destroying the 3 little things. And I kind of targeted these things because they really had they had fight ones and lots of health, but the way the system goes, again, you get so much way to kind of jack some damage and stuff. And it was Benito's ability to put some more range damage near the end of it that really helped me out. Again, learning rules, I really screwed up the jumping and the heroic leap and stuff like climbing stuff. That kept cats in the building from there. A lot of other stuff we got pretty good. We had to learn a little bit more hard to kill because that was kind of the difference of keeping some models up.
Yep.
Let me hit a lot of models with it.
Yeah, that made a big surprise right there in the middle of the board.
Yeah. So kind of thing up. But I think Phoenix did a lot of damage. He was definitely one of the stars and causing lots and lots of havoc.
Oh yeah, he's definitely the star player of the game.
And I think the Lotus did well because this guy was doing such much damage to everybody too. He was really, because of his armor piercing.
Yeah.
And this guy is definitely.
Man, I wish I could summon stuff.
Scary
Piercing
magic
armor,
guy.
fireballs.
So he's a scary magic guy over here. I thought pretty well.
Oh yeah, Jonathan did really good.
And Benito was cool because he was able to get rid of these 1 point zombies. Like he really nullifies these low cost zombie rifles.
So let me ask, just out of curiosity.
Sure.
I had 4 figs to play with throughout the course of the game.
Right.
How many figs did you have to play with throughout the course of the game?
To start?
No, I did like total all through the
Total all through the game. Okay, hold on. Well, let's see. I started with 5 models on the board, right? And then I summoned 4 more. So throughout the entire course of the game, I had 4 models to play, or 9 models.
9 models to play with. I started with 4 and
you
only had 4. How many did the Syclla have to play with?
I started with 4 and then I summoned 5 cats. And I could have played with more cats, but I ran out of models.
So the Syclla had 9 models to play with.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how about you, Carl? How many models did you get to play with?
Oh, I think it was like 11 or 12.
Yeah, so going back to the whole, I didn't get to summon anything, I summoned Mist, which gave me no extra models to play with. So my whole game, I only had 4 models to play with. I kept 3 alive, thank you very much.
And one of them.
Never mind alive.
I might add only maybe because they didn't come after the pizza.
Yeah, but yours didn't start all of it. So.
Exactly.
So I did want to point out that when you're talking about factions and models that you can play on the table, the Lotus don't seem to have that ability to stack up extra models on the table. Just pointing that out for the strategists.
It didn't seem like they really needed it. I'm just saying.
I'm still in favor of having a free fireball if the Syclla can get that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Shooting fireballs? Yeah. No, I'm not listening to your complaints on that.
My lesson did learning is I guess I'll spin this for me was this is I guess I'm gonna get a little bit to John because this actually exclusively is for the 2 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Because about the end of round 2, going to the 3rd, we started really looking at the cards a little bit. Like I said, we were trying to get into this. I'm trying to do a lot of production, and then we were both like, man, if we kind of read these rules a little bit more, we could have done a lot more damage. Because Felicia's a monster in close combat.
I guess the moral of the story here is for everybody out there, stop reading your cards like this. You know, with your thumb, covering up the important things like armor 3 in the bottom or fast attack 4.
Yeah, I had fast attack Felicia on mine. Yeah. So I was doing a little bit of this.
So don't fat thumb your cards.
I was like, okay, and I was like, all right. I was reading all the big abilities, not so much the gadgets. And then later on I looked and said like, just kind of toes, and I was like, why am I keeping her in the, like, she's delicate. She's like Catwoman. I was like, what am I doing? Terrible play on my part, but bad. Scold me in the comments. I'll take it. It's one of those things I'll deal with. But I just thought it was kind of humorous that me and John both kind of realized that we were like, we definitely misplayed this pretty bad.
I just threw away all the good cards to keep her alive, and I didn't need to. Crap.
Yeah, totally. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Comment below. We will try to do a lot more with the scenarios going on. One of the things I really hope is you'll see a lot of this. This is one thing that Wolsung really brings to the table because elevation is key. It played a lot in my reflex duels that I had like that, but you're going to see some wonderful stuff. And now that John kind of showed me a lot more of his terrain, stuff like that, we can really kind of do a couple tables. So if you are interested in Wolsung, please find us on spectrestudios.us. That is where the forum is. And you can basically join us there and make a comment if you want to meet us at the complex. And now because, like I said, with me and John, we can make some tables that look as gorgeous as this with that much elevation. And we can definitely play a couple of games because, like I said, we have a couple of crews here. You can also find this stuff at Triad Studios to get among a gang like this and a crew, whatever, faction, however you call it. and join us and play. Not too bad to really get involved and invested with, because it's a small crew, and enjoy. So thanks again. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will come back with more Wolsung in the future.
Spectre Studios. Play for the spirit of the game.
Right here. Playing with us.
Alright, so you have Ursula. What are you doing, John?
I'm going to send her off to play and get me a couple of cards. She wants to think that I'm sacrificing her, but
Oh, she's not dead.
yeah, no, it's just let me play.
Oh.
That's the name of the ability.
Oh. So she just took off.
She just took off. She's going to
she's-
run around.
She's not doing anything more.
She's not doing anything.
Did she
She's
run
running
off?
off to find me trinkets.
Did she run off with the cat?
She might have run off with the remains of the exploded cat. That could have happened.
That's a good call. I can see actually that happening now. She's a little bit of a disturbed child. Okay, and now because she's going off to
Yep.
play with the disgusting entrails of my dead cat,
Yeah, I get to draw 2 cards.
you get to draw 2 cards. So very fun. If this game isn't interesting, people, I don't know what to tell you, but that's exactly what just happened down here. She's going to go off the board.